Hey guys, how's it going? Let's see. Settings. I don't know, I'm trying to make sure I don't have just on sub chat. I always forget where that is. Oh, can everybody chat or do I have sub chat on? Let's see. Retouch effects, voice effects. I don't know. Interact. Ooh, I do have a practice question for you guys to poll. Forgot I put that in about 3 this morning. What did I do? Can everybody chat or is it only sub chat? It's only. Thank you for subscribing, AV. Awesome. Nope, that's a share. That's not what I want to do. Lord help. Where is it? Under tools, retouch effects, music, voice, no. The other one, we've got settings, moderators, comments, settings. Ooh, there we go. I figured it out. There we go. Y'all should be able to chat now. Thank you, Jay, for the roses. Hey, Angie, how's it going? I do have a poll up, I think. Hey, Van. Thank you guys for sharing the live. That's super helpful. Thank you for tapping the screen. Let's see. I got this cardiology section open right now for 2023. And while everybody's logging on, I think I had some stuff that I could mark really quick here. I have some really good questions for tonight. Percutaneous, additional, lots of guidelines. Oof. This is what's super helpful. If a CPT code in cardiology says it's in the artery, circle it in red. If it also does a venous or vein procedure, circle that in blue. Knowing those differences will help out a whole bunch. Got an artery bypass with an artery graft here. The other one over here was with a venous graft. So this one's artery, where this one's artery vein. And then all the other ones, let's see, and then we've got a single vein graft 2, and then we got 2 venous, 3 venous. We'll probably have 4 over there. Yep, we got 4 venous, 5 venous, 6 or more venous. The code's right before it. I'm gonna lose my mouse. Oh, this book. All right, we've got pulmonary valve with cardiac bypass, ventricular, Percutaneous is through the valve, through the skin, I'm sorry. And this one's cool when it has arterial in the first part of the word, but then venous in the second part of the word. And then the code underneath it is just artery. This one's artery. This one's artery. Do nots. Mark those do nots. Don't forget those. We had a really good class this morning. It was really fun. All right, our poll. Everybody picked CC for that one. A 7-day-old NICU with RSV, MD does a vascular access. Do we only code critical care with the vascular cath, or do we code a subsequent NICU with a cath, or do we code just a subsequent NICU, or do we discharge the patient? I probably ought to put a critical care without the vascular on there, and that would have made it a tougher question, but everybody got that one right. Good job. I wrote that in bed like at 3 a.m. Anyway, I was just playing around. I couldn't sleep last night. Insomnia had me going. All right. You get to learn more. Oh, thanks, Angie. Hey, Bacon. How's it going? Hey, Annie. Happy New Year. You don't think you'll make it to the end of the night? Well, thanks, user 84818, for subscribing. I really appreciate it. That helps out. I don't think I still, as of today, after 2 years of being on TikTok, still can't withdraw anything. One of these days, I swear I am, and we'll be able to give away some free tutoring sessions or something like that. Let's see. I always forget where this is at. Don't know where nothing's at. No violations. Yay. Where do they put that stuff? I have no idea. Updates. I always forget. Creator. Yeah, Creator Fund or something like that. Nope, that's the portal. That's just to teach us something. Lord, I don't know. Settings. Balance. Somewhere around in there. And then, yeah. Oh, it's asking for a dang digit. I don't know. Oh, there we go. I got $52 so far. I have never cashed anything out, but we're getting really close. And I had to hit the $50 mark before I could withdraw anything. So that took me almost 2 years. So I should be able to withdraw something. So that's really cool. And we'll just put that back in here and let somebody win some free tutoring or free notes, something like that. So that's super fun. So all y'all's gifts work towards that. Is it cheaper on Amazon? Of course, because you get free shipping. Plus, there's a bookstore called, y'all got to help me in chat. What's our book run? BOOKRUN. They're on a Google search for books. They do free shipping too. They're really awesome. Thank you for the pandas, Anointed. So Good to see you. Hey, April. Love your name. Hey, PJ. Oh my gosh. I was putting, if Go-Kart comes in here, it's so funny. Some people's names into our workshop that we're going to have in September. Some people had won some of the free workshops. So I was trying to put them in for our free workshop we're having a workshop on Sunday, January 15th. So a couple of people had won the workshop or have met the threshold of being, have paid too much in tutoring and stuff like that already before I have to go in and just say, stop spending money. Let me just put you in there. So trying to find some people on the app. Let me show you. This is somebody's name right there. It's not Twinkle, but that is how I have to find them. It's so funny how there is no first name, there is no last name attached to that account, but to find it, I have to go type in an 86 number to find it. So I don't know what happens on this website of mine, but good Lord, it makes it challenging sometimes. But if by chance you need anything from me, go to medicalcodingbyjen.com. That's my website. A drop-down menu for social media. That's where you'll find all the links to everything I have that's free. I also have a tab for additional educators. And if you do join my website, which is free, there is a CPT book prep page that'll show you pictures of my notes and what I'm doing so you can make up your own notes. Videos from last year of me doing code by code for digestive system is right there too. If you want to book tutoring one-on-one, it's right there with our workshop. It's going to go up for January. It's $12 for the whole year of January. So when y'all are doing workshops on Sundays once a month, it's $12 now. The repeat class that I have on Fridays is only for people who are 100% knowledgeable of what they're doing. They know they want to pass a medical coding certification exam. They have all their notes done. They've taken their medical certification exam from AHIMA or AAPC or NHA, and they didn't pass. And they just need to practice more questions to get their speed up and to practice harder questions that are meant to challenge them like it is, like they're doing an exam. Those classes are on Fridays. They're $5. If you want to join in, you do get the replay on Zoom for 1 week. After 1 week, I'll take those down, delete them, and post them on my YouTube page for my paid subscribers to be able to review whenever they get time. So that's what I decided to do with that. Oh, we got another artery here. I could spend all day sitting here finding all the artery words and just circling away. Oh my gosh. This one's artery. This is artery venous. A lot of that will just help you out. 100%. Promise it will be. Just knowing whether you're artery or venous is super helpful. Right here, it's telling us to add an 80 modifier in one of the guidelines for surgical assistance. So that's pretty cool. I have been working on some list in the integumentary, going up and looking into an encoder. I don't know if a lot of people that are in the real profession of coding, we use something called encoder in the offices. It helps us look up CPT codes, see if we can put that modifier with it or not, or whatever. I've been looking up in some spare time what modifiers you can't use with certain CPT codes to update my notes for 2023. And I've been doing that. I can't remember. Was I musculoskeletal or was I in integumentary? Lord, I don't know. I don't know where I was at, but I was adding those notes in recently, and it was pretty cool. I thought it was anyway. I don't remember. Where was I at? I think it was musculoskeletal. And it was interesting to see which modifiers you could never use with certain CPT codes. So I'm learning some by doing that too. So I think it's kind of cool. It must have been, was it respiratory? I don't know. I don't remember where I was. My head is just all over the place all the time. So I go from one thing to another. Oh, look here. This one says you can't use modifier 59 with it. So that's pretty cool. Maybe I was here. I don't know where I was at, but anyway, I've been trying to add that for 2023. That'll help you out during the exam. You'll be able to look right at the code and it'll say, don't use this, that, and the other thing. So that'll be fun. Let's see. This one is all venous grafts. Yep, we just did that. Let's see. Thank you, Anointed, again, for all the... You already hit all the dang pandas. My goodness. TikToks. You are awesome. Let me see. And it's going to want those paper cranes again. I don't know how much those things are, though. Go look for something else. I thought the pandas were cute. What about something for New Year's? We have New Year's tomorrow night, don't we? Is that still there? Yeah, it's still there. There we go. We can put that down. All right, what else do I have question-wise? There's go-kart. I updated your account on my website to add your name. Your first name is Go, and then your last name is Kart. That way I don't have to type in that weird number, the 86 number, and try to find you. Oh, gosh, it's so funny. You're using Codify, Annie? It's okay. It's just you have to go click into a lot of different areas to find all the information. It's not all on one thing. I think Encoder is a little bit easier. I don't know. What does... That kind of looks like dragon, but I know it's not that. Dracode. What does it say? When will you update the E&M notes? Well, I about got them done. I was doing them yesterday. Or today? Yesterday? No, I was doing them last night, right? We were working on the behavioral health and stuff. We were talking about, we did these last pages, number 57 and 58 yesterday during the live. I'm pretty much done. I just am kind of waiting on AAPC, Pocket Prep, and Exam Edge, and some of the others to update some of their questions to see if there's anything cool that I could add that for just clinical examples down here before I release them. Oh, and I got to finish my page. It used to be page 17. Now it's page, what is that? I got that page. What page is that? Yeah. Oh, I was writing a mess of stuff on these things. I still got to do the low and the straightforward, but I made a mess of notes over here on the high and the moderate. I just got to finish the rest of that, and that will be cool. I think I got all the guidelines done and marked. I do want to add some notes here in the beginning because I got some white areas available. What did I write there? LDC. I wrote LDC. So I want to write some stuff, more stuff up here on these front pages, like What is your local determinations? What is the national determinations? Some of those compliance law things, definitions, I'm going to add some for the 2023 notes, but that's all I got to do. So any day now, I just want to see if anybody will update their questions. I don't know if anybody will until March or April, but I'm hoping that there'll be a magic wand waved, and day after tomorrow, somebody will update all their E&M questions and have some really cool ones, but I don't know, probably not. But pretty much done. I just want to update and add some more stuff on here, because if the COC people or if the CPMA or the CRC people want my E&M notes, I wanted to have some of their laws here that I didn't have last year too. So, but that won't take me long. That's all I want to update and just put some more clinical examples on it. I wanted to check. I saw a question this morning that I thought they had gotten rid of all these codes, and somebody said it was an updated one. No, they're still here. We still have our observation combo codes, right? Because we still have our initial inpatient hospital with observation. They added observation to this, but that means they didn't discharge them. They did add hospital inpatient to our observation where admit and discharge is on the same day. They left those here, but then they have the subsequent there too. I thought they got rid of these combo codes, all the observation, but they didn't. And of course I've done notes on them, but I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing half the time. It just didn't register that we still do have some observations that are separate from inpatient hospital for next year. So I think I've said in some lives that they got rid of all observations and just added them into the hospitals. But no, we still keep those 3. But the distinction is these are admit and discharge all on the same day. So if we observe a patient overnight, it's going to be our 21. And then if we discharged them the next day, I guess we'll do a hospital discharge. Because we don't have the 19 observation anymore, do we? No. The single observation one. But look at our consults now include observation consults. So that's kind of interesting too. There is some to learn. Transfer of care means it's a new patient, not a consult. Be sure you know that. Somebody that the health plan requires a second opinion. Be sure you know that that does not get a consult. That is also a new patient. Yep. I got lots of those notes for next year. Nothing else really changed. Why do I have that there? Oh, yeah. On page, if you're in the 2023 book, on page 39, we have one of our MAMA codes for the remote psychiatric monitoring. But the child code that goes with it is the 58, and it's for each additional 20 minutes. But I don't like how it's separated, and it's over here on the other page. So I just wrote it in down here so that we have both codes on the same page. They had plenty of room. I don't know why they didn't just add it there, but that was an irritant. It's not that it needs to be written in like that. I just did it. So that's kind of one thing I did. I do have the anesthesia all done. It's posted, and the ICD-10 guidelines if you need them. Oh, Lord. And I'm chugging through them. I'm just flopping around from one thing to another because I'm kind of waiting to see if they do anything cool and get us some more examples. All right, I got 35 messages. I may not get to all of these. Can we take the... I'm assuming the 2023 book and the 2022 book in with the exam? Yes. I heard somebody took two versions of the ICD-10. Like they got a 2022 version of the ICD-10 that was Optum, but then they heard you might need the decision trees for AAPC's version. So they went and bought that one too. And they brought two ICD-10s. And they were allowed to use those during the exam. So I think your question about bringing the 2022 and the 2023 books with you is perfectly fine. That's just a heavy haul. But you should be able to use them during whatever exam you're taking. I think it's easier, though, just to convert your 2022 book into a 2023. That way you don't have to carry it. Plus, it saves the expense. And I've got step-by-step instructions on how to do it. So it's super easy if you wanted to send a book back and get your money back. If you bought it from Amazon, they're super easy. Why? Yvette says, I'm new. Who preps your coding books? And that's funny. And is there a way to see the book prep book? Yes. So if you go to my website, medicalcodingbyjen.com, I teach you step by step, of course, during these lives too, how to do it. But I also, if you do join my website under members only, it's free. You go to book prep, you can see pictures of my notes, and you just click on them and it tells you what I'm doing and why I'm doing it and how to do it yourself. You can also watch all my repeat YouTubes on YouTube by going to the social media tab. Just join my YouTube and you'll see my notes throughout all my lives. I've got almost 200 of these. I do teach here for free 2 hours every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And all those repeats of these, if TikTok records them, I post them on to YouTube so y'all can watch them. You'll see my notes as I'm making them. My YouTube paid subscribers get to watch my, I do YouTube lives for them where they get to watch me code by code, do my notes. Other than that, if you wanted to get a section, they are in the shop if you need them. Or if you want page by page of exactly what's on my notes so you can copy it, that's what those are for. I have the ICD-10, hip picks, all that stuff there. That's how you update your 2022 book into your 2023 book. That's what that document's for right there. But they're all here if you need them page by page. But I love teaching you how to do it for free, of course. You can join my Discord group, which is super handy dandy, which is also on that social media tab. We have all these practice rooms. Yes, I have not gotten to everybody's messages. Sorry about that. But we have all these rooms with practice exam questions, job resources, tons of support and help. Anything that you want or need or have a question, please go here and ask. I am being reached out to by thousands of people every day in all sorts of different sites. I have people messaging me the same questions on YouTube videos, Messenger, TikTok videos, Instagram videos, emails, both of them, just all kinds of stuff. There's just thousands of messages, and I'm trying my best to get to everybody, but I can't. So Please utilize the free resources I have here. We got tons of practice exam questions in here for you guys to work on and practice, plus any advice and help you need. She passed. Yay. Good job. CNR. That's awesome. I didn't capture hers today. Plus, I'm trying to capture all these and share them with you guys. I have a room in our Discord of everybody I've ever helped that I found their message that said they passed. I grab a screenshot and put it in this room so that you can see everybody that I've ever helped in the last 2 years. So much fun. So I hope to see everybody added there. But yes, you can see my notes for sure. But yes, I prep all my own books all by myself. I do this just for you guys, to help you guys out. I came up with my own method of how to do it. I, of course, bought information and did my book prep for 2019 the way I purchased and was told to do it. And then when it came down to it, I found it was not as helpful as I thought it could have been. And so with the help of my son, who's got a couple of college degrees, him and I came up with this alternate plan that seems to really make a difference and really bridge that gap between the courses that y'all are taking and what to expect on the exam and how to prep for it. And that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to show you, make your life easier, and help y'all out, hopefully for free, 100%, and get y'all to pass your exam, just so I can make y'all's life hopefully better, income-wise and stress-wise and everything else. I love working in the medical field. It's been a wonderful career for me. Can't say enough about it, and I think everybody should get into it one way or another. I mean, we're always going to have health care, no matter what we do with our healthcare system. Yes, my child. Sorry, my 13-year-old just walked in. Baby, there ain't nothing you can do with that. Not a thing, honey.
Well, I need to clean it because I took the Band-Aid off and now it's fine.
Yes, you can get the hydrogen peroxide and squirts it. But there's no Band-Aid. He fell on his skateboard and cut his palm right here, and he's going to worry the death out of me. He wants a Band-Aid on it. We'll put a Band-Aid on it. He has sweaty palms. You know, he's 13. They all sweat constantly from everywhere. So it ain't going to stay dry. There's nothing he can do about it. Do you see the hydrogen peroxide bottle?
I'm looking.
He's blind, too. And he's deaf. You know how all 13-year-olds are.
I can hear you.
I know. He's like, I can hear you. Brown, blackish bottle with a squirt handle, white, right at eye level.
On this one.
Okay, good. That'll work. Oh, God.
That is not at eye level.
Yes, I'm working throughout the whole entire chapters. I do this whole entire book all the way through, including Appendix L, which is a rockin' chapter that I do. I tell you which, yes, that is, yes. Can you turn the light back out in that bathroom? Thank you. Be sure and put that back. And James, I already picked up 3 rolls of tape, all your cotton balls, and your Band-Aid wrappers, and put them on your keyboards. Please put them in the trash. Do your children do that? Scatter stuff all over the house, and then you're left to put it all back where it goes. I mean, if I didn't have to put stuff back where it goes or into the garbage can, I could have a clean house. Mop floors and everything. All right. I am going to have to skip through all 50 of these messages. I know, boys. I'm sorry if I missed your question. I'm so sorry. Having a hard time finding a job with coding around my area. Tips. Oh, you ain't gonna like my tips, but I do have some amazing tips. Okay, so while I'm doing this, I'm going to talk one more second about this particular question, and then we're going to move on, okay? So, tips for getting a job. You're going to rewrite your resume for everything that you are applying for. You are going to copy and paste in your job qualifications, their qualifications they are looking for into your resume. Then you're going to take a thesaurus or right click and find words that can contribute and have the same meaning of what you've done that mean the same thing as what they're asking for. Let's say they're looking for somebody to troubleshoot patient queries. You know, patients are constantly calling. You need to troubleshoot and figure out ways of handling their issues without bugging nobody, right? So even if you've worked at McDonald's, you have anticipated. You've seen that bus come by with that roll of kids from the national meet, and they're pulling into the parking lot, to go dump some fries, and you've done it before. Whatever you've done in life, you've anticipated, you've planned out, you've done whatever they're asking for. Even if you've never done anything in medicine before, you can make your resume match their qualifications. So the only way you're going to get a call back from their computer systems is if you actually copy paste their job description into your resume. Do not pay for a company to fix your resume and think this is all fine and dandy and you're just going to send it out to 5,000 people. You're not going to get a job that way. You're never going to get a call back that way. Another thing you're going to do is, let's say I want to go work for that dermatology office. I love skincare. I love it. I really want to get into that, and I want to go work for Dr. So-and-so in my area. You're going to call Dr. So-and-so's office, and you're going to ask them what EHR that they have. And if they tell you they have Epic, whatever, or MDX, whatever, you're going to go to Epic's website. You're going to email their sales department, and you're going to say, you are so-and-so with so-and-so ABC doctor's office. You've been charged with the task to review a couple of EHRs and give feedback back to your directors. And you wanted to know if they had any documentation, PowerPoints, or any sort of presentation that they would like to share with you. They'll probably call you in 5 seconds and give you access and give you 30 minutes of free training on their system. And they'll give you PowerPoints and everything else. And then they'll bug you forever wanting to know what you thought. But you will have had experience with their EHR. You'll know where to put the patient's last name, date of birth, all that kind of stuff in there. There's also YouTube videos. I can't tell you how many stuff is out there on the YouTube. You can watch screens, you can screenshot, but the best thing is to contact their sales department, of course. You can also apply for jobs. In case you coders didn't know, you coders can work for places that make EHRs. MDX has been trying to hire me for years. They're a data warehouse server, so all these risk adjusters, CRCs, HCCs, they need their data scrubbed and put into a data warehouse so that these can pump out more information than what the EHRs do. What my data warehouses do is captures my populations, sorts it by category 2 codes, and tells me how many blood pressures I didn't capture or how many diabetic eye exams I didn't capture. They keep track of all that for me for my HEDIS measures, but they need employees who are coders to, every time there's an update to a CPT code and all that stuff, they audit their systems and make sure it works right for coders. Anyway, you can get jobs here at data warehouses. You can get jobs with the health plans. You can get jobs at even Amazon, because Amazon is hiring coders now for their pharmacy line. If you live in Rochester, New York, you're going to go to Facebook, whether you have one or not, create one. You're going to join all their Rochester's Facebook groups, Lost Pets, charter. What's that charter place that all cities have, that they do the ribbon cuttings for the city? I don't know, the mayor's group. You're going to join all of those businesses sites that promote businesses in town, and all the health fairs and stuff like that that get posted. You're going to go to all those health fairs with a resume of some sort that's generic. And you're going to stop by every home health agency, every dentist office that's giving away free toothbrushes. And you're just going to introduce yourself at all these health fairs. Every Christmas, New Year's, Easter's coming up. Y'all have all these activities where people have booths. Usually you'll see your local dentist there or somebody there. You're going to stop in and say, hey, I'm so-and-so. I'm a local coder in town. If y'all ever need any help with any of your diagnosis codes or issues with any CPT codes, I'm around. I can help out. And you're going to hand them a resume and wave and leave. You're also going to have to go to all the open houses with that ribbon cutting that I just told you about. When they have open houses, you're going to go with your resume and you're going to go in there and attack the cookie plate and grab some Kool-Aid. You're going to walk through their little facility. It's embarrassing, but you're going to do it, and you're just going to introduce yourself. I'm a local coder in town, and if you ever need any help with any of your billing or coding situations, I am certified. Here you go. Here's my resume. Y'all holler if you ever need me, and walk off. You're going to, every time the hospital expands a new wing of their department, they add a new MRI machine, and they have an open house, go to all of them. The medical community, no matter where you are in the United States, is a small community, no matter what. Somebody will recognize you. Somebody's going to have an issue, and somebody's going to say, you know, that girl came by or that guy came by at the health fair. They said they could help us out. Why don't we call them and see if they could help us with an issue? Now, if they call you with an issue and they just want to ask your opinion, maybe they're just filling you out to see if you know what the heck you're talking about, and you actually don't know the answer right away and don't want to bluff yourself, of course, just say, oh, great, I'd love to help you with your issue. What's your issue? Get a little synopsis about it and say, that's wonderful. I actually do have some comments that I can make on this, and I can write you up something and email that to you. Would you like me to email it to you? I've got another meeting coming up in 5 minutes that I need to get on to for Zoom, but I'll be happy to type you up something and get that to you. Then you run to Google the crap out of it, ask me whatever it is, get your information, we'll type it up, send it in to them. Because I've had employers ask me things just to see, you know, can I do it or whatever before I got the job. I had a cardiology group one time ask me, have you ever printed something from a Holter monitor and they couldn't get it to print? And I'm like, sure, yep, I've used Holter monitors all my life. Never seen one in my life, not even in nursing, not even school or anything. But I went back there and ended up printing the patient's out her data, which was 30 days worth of data that she wore that stupid thing. But I had no clue. But that was back in 1994 before we had Google on your cell phone. All I had was a pager back then. But anyway, y'all got it easy with Google now. So there is a ton of options. You can also contact your AAPC chapter. I showed this on my last live, which I just posted on YouTube. There's a full display of how the AAPC site has local job openings right now for you listed on their website and how to get to it. So there's a lot of options out there. You need to be aggressive. You need to go out there, find out what EHR they have. Go get as much free training as you can. Also, go to the CMS website. Go on and get the abuse and of Medicare, and go get your HIPAA certification for free. That's on my Discord. You can add those to your resume. They're certificates, and it's free to take the course and get the certificate. And it takes me literally 3 minutes to do the whole course. I just keep hitting push, and go through all the slides and ignore it. And I know the answers by heart now, but if it takes me 3 minutes, it would take you at most 30 minutes to get those 2 certificates for fraud and abuse and for HIPAA compliance. You can add those quickly to your resume to pad it. I'm telling you, I got a ton of resources on my Discord group. Y'all need to join it. I have a ton of practice questions for us to do tonight too, so let me get to that. And put this over there. We're going to get down the computer. Oh, we had some fun questions this morning too in our class. That was really cool this morning. I liked how that one turned out. That was fun. So I'm excited to continue doing that on Fridays. I hope you guys are too. What have we got going on here? I know y'all are tired of me rattling. I think I rattled almost an hour. I'm sorry, guys. All right. Still don't have access to TikTok Studio yet. I am hoping TikTok will please give me Studio so that I can show y'all a picture of half screen. Half the screen will be of my book and my notes, and then the other half will be of our questions. So that would be cool, but so far, not yet. But these are the types of questions you'll see for your medical coding certification exam. I like to teach from the exam point of view because coding will change in the doctor's offices. I'm going to use my notes from last year to work on so far because I don't have the entire book of 2023 done. And so when you're looking at these notes, just know this is 2022 notes right now. What do you guys think is the answer for this one? I see therapeutic services. I try not to read word for word. Chemotherapy. Would I worry about a diagnosis, appropriate Z, or first? What would I worry? When I have chemotherapy patients, what should pop out at me? What is something that I've always said or is in one of our guidelines that should really, really pop out at you? What's my favorite code? As far as diagnoses go, hint, hint. No one's got it right. No one. Nope. What's my favorite diagnosis code? There you go, Shawnee. Shawnee's got it. There you go. Fantastic. Yes, PJ, now you got it. So anytime you see the word therapeutic services or chemotherapy and first listed, you know it's always going to be Jen's favorite diagnosis code. That's my only favorite one. I got a couple of favorite CPT codes. You know, my favorite E&M one is critical care, and then I have my favorite cardiology one is the one that ends in 49, but I also like the 61 because it's our portacath, because that one's easy to remember. But anyway, this is my only favorite diagnosis code. The rest of them I don't like. I don't like none of them. Yes, it is B. So be sure you can put these together. First listed chemotherapy will always be a Z. and you'll get that one right, no matter how they have the question written. Oh, my Lord. What do you want now? I'm just teasing. You're putting something back? Oh, my God. I'm having chest pain. Oh, my child's putting something back where he got it. I'm having chest pain. Oh, God.
It sure do sting, though.
Hydrogen peroxide does not sting. It does not. Let me get out the camphorphenique, man. That stuff they had when I was a kid. Scalded you. Scalded you. You got it easy, my child. Hydrogen peroxide burns my foot. All right. Coding professional. Oh, this is that question, guys. Y'all have been asking me about this question for months. Isn't this one on the CPC exam? Looky, looky what I found. Isn't this one? Where's the MK? She's going to be so excited that I found this one. I got to put this one on our document while I've got, oops, hold on. Where is my document? In case you ever wanted to know what was on the exam, I do have a document my students write up and type up and do. And that is this one. It's called What's Been on the Exam in the Last 60 Days. And this document you can get for $20, and it actually technically has 88 pages, which is an entire year starting from January all the way to last week. And it's just people's impressions, ideas of what was on the CPC exam or CCS or CCA. I actually got some new information of what was on the CPMA in November, and I put that down at the bottom. But the rest of this is all from people that just took their exam like on 12/12. And like Tricia wrote down that she said she had a question that was, what does a pacemaker do? She had this CPT code. She had these. There was no COVID questions. Isn't that handy dandy? And then if I find a question that somebody has told me has been on their exam, I'll post it here too. Some of it you have to go research yourself, figure out what's going on. But just like with this question, I'm going to add this one on here because I know MK has told me this one was on her exam. So I'm going to add that to it. I just mailed it out. If you buy it once, I keep emailing you every month when I update it, a new update of it. I did send it out on 12/26. If you didn't get it, holler at Twinkle if you didn't get it. But what is, and that's also in my shop on my website if you need it. What is the causal effect of hypertension? You like the morning class, Heather? That's awesome. You had for exam H. That's cool. This is for C, and we do have a huge rationale with it. It's like forever long. I'm going to go put that on the document too, if I can find it. What do I do with it? There it is. And I'll put it right down there at the bottom. Huge rationale. Sorry about that. But good God, look at that rationale. That's ridiculous. Okay, let's go back to what I was doing. Our practice question. I had to send that to MK because I know she asked me about that question. All right, next one. Neoplasms. Neoplasms in the table. Let me get me something to drink while y'all look at that one. I was so froggy on Wednesday, I was worried I wasn't going to be able to do this today. But doing good. Neoplasm table. Yes, do not join the Friday $5 class if you are not already 100% prepared, as much as you can be on your own, for a medical coding certification exam, and you've already taken one and failed. If you failed your CCS, if you failed your CCA, if you failed your CPC, if you failed your NHA one, and you're having to buy another attempt or whatever, that's what that class is for. It's for advanced. I don't want to have to turn on permissions and allow people to have to email me, tell me their situation before I allow them to book it. So, because we'll never get booked that way, that's for sure. Unless I quit my job. Y'all are quickly turning this into a full-time job. But I still work the 40 hours, and I have 3 sons and my mom living with me, so I can't handle doing that. So I do have it open where everybody can book, but don't book it. It's not for you if you're not prepped and ready to go. But it is really good. I'm really work very, very hard to find you difficult questions, guideline-related questions, sequencing questions, things that y'all are missing that will make a difference for people that fail the exam repeatedly, that will truly help. So I work hard to find those questions. And if I've got somebody in the class that doesn't know, doesn't even have a book highlighted and hasn't started yet, just wants to get into the career, that we can't handle helping them in that particular class. That's what these are for. That's what actually Discord is for. This one, y'all are saying A. Hi, Micah. Good to see you. Good to see you. All right. Sorry if I'm missing. Thank you for the 5,000 likes and the 6 shares of the live. And I got to set a new goal again. Anointed, is that you again? The answer to this one, of course, is A. Huge rationale. While I'm setting a new goal, here's you one I bet you won't get. Let's see. The minimum. How many codes are assigned to the diagnosis of acute respiratory failure due to pneumococcal sepsis? How many codes do you have to have when you have that diagnosis? Jen got it correct. She was my first one. Jen, do you have an account on my website? Like, are you on medicalcodingbyjen.com? Let me see. What is your name again? Jen. You do? Okay. What's your name under? If you don't mind me saying, I'm going to put you in free for my next workshop on January 15th, 2022, because you were the first one to get that one right. 2023, right? Jen 70. Ooh, I wonder which she's going to get a free workshop for that, because that was a difficult question. That was a good one. So my workshop is this one right here, and it's $12 to join that day. What we're going to do this day is I'm going to go through all 17 sections of a medical coding certification exam, like anesthesia, tell you quickly what you need to know or have marked in your book, or noted in your book for that whole section. Then we'll go over 2 or 3 questions that are the most important, trickiest things for that section, and then we're going to move on to the next section. We'll go to E&M. I'll tell you page by page what are the key points that you need to have marked, and then we'll do some of the trickiest questions. And then I'm going to go through the entire 17 sections. We might run longer than 3 hours. It might take me 4 to do this because I'm long-winded, but there won't be any conversations or family talking and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to do it as fast as I can to go through all 17. But I want to add Jen to that. I wonder, I've already got some people in there. I wonder what she's under. If I go to my Jens, Lord, that's me. I got Jen Marie, Jen Cord, Jen Brownie. Wonder where she's at. Jen Crooks. Okay. Ooh. Let me see if I can find you. There she is. There's Jen. Okay, I'm adding you to it. That means you don't have to pay for it. And you'll get the email link for the Zoom. Good job on answering that question. It was a tough one. Where's my answers at? This one right here. There we go. 3 was good. That was good. That was cool. 3 is the answer. And I do have the sepsis notes too that we made last year where I wrote examples of all the guidelines like this. And it's super cool. I don't know how she knew that really fast, but that was good. For the workshop on the 17th, yes, that is unrestricted. Anybody can book that. It's $12. If you want to book it, you just go to my website and just go to tutoring and workshops. Yeah. Anybody can book one-on-one tutoring. Anybody can book the group workshop. Just nobody book this unless that's my ducks. That's the one that they still haven't passed their exam. And if you ever have questions, you can just hit read more. And I have a description of what's in here, of what each one of them is under the service stuff. So tell you. Yep. Those $5 ones are for those people. All right. I hope that's okay, Jen. I hope would be helpful to you anyway. If you did win and you're already going to be taking your exam before then and you don't think you'll need that workshop, I can give it away to somebody else, whatever you want to do. Hopefully it'll be helpful for you. And then if you can't attend that Sunday, it's perfectly fine. After that end of that Zoom, I'll re-email everybody back out. So be sure you put a good, valid email address into my website because I'll email you the log-on and password and you can watch the replay as much as you want for 3 months over and over again. And then at that 3-month mark is when I'll take it down and delete it off of Zoom. And then I'll post it on YouTube for my YouTube paid subscribers to be able to review it and see it. This one, combination code, is a code used to classify what? You need it? Okay, good, Jen. That's perfect. That's awesome. Thank you, Sunshine. Sunshine, did I ever make you moderator? No, I didn't. I got to add you to that. There you go. You're a moderator now, and you're part of the crew. I changed everybody's, I didn't know I could go in there, and my subscribers have a special note and a coding tip in there too. So my TikTok subscribers, if you check your subscription page, I have an exclusive coding tip or something that I wrote at 3 a.m, so no telling what I wrote in there. But I also changed y'all's name to crew. I couldn't come up with a cool coding name that's only 4 digits long that I thought I wanted to put 5 like coder, but not everybody's CPC either, so I didn't want to name y'all CPC, but I need a 4-digit name to call you guys. It doesn't, I don't know. I couldn't call you Jen's crew or the J crew. I couldn't think of a name. I don't know, but it's kind of fun. Thank you for the microphone. That's so cute. Somebody got a glitter badge. Yeah, I teach self-study. Please. Oh, C-O-D, Coder, C-O-D-R, but it looks like coder. That's cool. I like that idea too. I can't do 5 digits. It's such a pain, and I can't add numbers to it or stars or hearts. You just added the YouTube. It's a good one. This one is D. I think everybody got that one right. What about this one? We're either in the B's, which is like HIV, blood disorders, or we're in URI, respiratory situation. So how or what are we doing? Remember, don't start reading your question from beginning to end. Always go to the last sentence. See what they want you to code first. This is going to be for the very first diagnosis code of the day. Some people learned in our class today that we had that some of the questions asked them for the secondary code, not for the primary one. So you got to pay attention to what your question is asking you. Don't assume what you think they're wanting you to code, not that we're coding. Be sure and check. So what would be the primary diagnosis for a patient with known AIDS who has pneumonia cystitis, is this a side effect of that? Would the patient have this without that, is your question. Do people get this that don't have this? That is your question. This one's A. Your HIV is going to be coded first for this one. It's commonly associated with HIV, not 100%, but it's rare that you get that without having an autoimmune disease of some sort, if not HIV or AIDS. It's very rare. So it's associated with it. Just having pneumonia due to a staph infection might be something different, but this particular one is due to AIDS. They consider it AIDS, not even HIV. So according to there's a guideline too with it. If we see this diagnosis, our AIDS goes first. And I do have notes for that too, for all the HIVs. So you'd know that one too. All right. My favorite. I love my Z's. Be sure to check your question. Make sure you know whether you're doing primary or secondary diagnosis, because they can trick you in that area. I forgot to do sound effects. Getting the question right, that tough one. So that's belated. Hey Ash, how's it going? Good to see you. We got some D's. D's are correct. A or B is correct, depending on what they got going on. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. All right. What about the lymphoid system? Around these C81 to C85, we're talking about the fifth character. Refers to what? You can go to C81. You'll see what the definitions are. What would the fifth digit? Not the seventh, but the fifth digit refer to? Is it going to refer to the inguinal hip area, head, neck, face, axle, upper limbs like the chest, armpit area, or intrapelvic? Butterfly and Jessie are brave. Butterfly out the gate knew right away what it was. Good job. A is correct. Perfect. What about Barter's syndrome? What's it associated with? Is that diabetic, hyper, or poly? I would probably look at those two hypers since they're super similar. Which one, Jessie? The one before it or this one? The one before? Okay, I'll go grab it. Right there. This one about the lymphoid system. I'll go put it on that document, what's been on the exam. That's awesome to know. That's going to help somebody out. If you're ever copying these questions and stuff from books or PDFs or even from your own exams, the best paste, is the last one. If you get options of all 3 or 4 or whatever, that one always does best for me. All right, going back. All right. Hyper what? B is correct. Good job. Don't ask me. I'm not going to try to pronounce it. I have no idea how to pronounce it. Not nothing I worked in. I did labor and delivery. I didn't do anything like that. All right. What about Jacob's disease? It's got another word in front of it too, but I'm not pronouncing that one. For dementia, would we use 1 code, 2 code, either 1 or 2, or more than 2? Look at Temple. Are the exam questions all the same throughout the year? They are if you purchase from AAPC, you know, the practice exam questions. They pretty much are. I mean, those practice exam questions are the same ones that I had in 2019 when I bought them then too. They do update 1 or 2 questions a year. I'm hoping that as of 2023, they will update at least some of the E&M ones, but they pretty much stay the same. It gets really frustrating to see the same questions year after year. And especially since they charge the same amount for the same questions year over year over year. It's like, dude, at least update them. You're welcome. Yeah, I was shocked when I bought them in 2019, and then I decided to buy them again in 2022 for you guys, and they were the same dang questions. Like, really? Every once in a while, one might show up, but No. I like looking for similarities, and what does 3 of the answers have in it that look the same? And then if you look for similarities here, we've got 1 and 1. We've got more of the 2s than we do of the 3s. I don't know if that makes sense to anybody, but the answer is 2. And I just see patterns where nobody else sees patterns. It's just, when I'm looking at this, I see that the word 1 is written down twice, and then I see the word 2 is written down 3 times. So I think in my head that 2 is the answer. Just by doing these questions so often, and see what answers are likely going to be based on the way the answers are written. It's interesting. Thanks, Bree. I used to teach. I always volunteered for stuff that nobody wanted to do at work, and that's how I ended up becoming a medical auditor. But also, we were tasked with the task of turning from paper charts over to electronic charts. And I ended up starting my teaching career, sort of teaching physicians how to use the EHR because nobody else wanted to teach them. They're not the easiest to teach. And they're grumpy and, it's rough. And then I, of course, adopted Travis and James, but I adopted Travis since birth. So I had him for a long time. And when it came to kindergarten, he had just the miserablest year. It was awful in kindergarten. He really struggled, and so did the teachers. Not academic-wise, but socially and everything else. Even though he's been in daycare since day one I got him. Daycare it is, because I got to work. But I ended up homeschooling him, and that helped out a lot. I taught him 1st grade, 2nd grade, 3rd grade, 4th grade, 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade. And man, I didn't intend on it for so long, but when COVID hit and they sent everybody home for a year and a half, I had to do some junior high, but I think that might have helped too. Right here, I see more patterns. I see more 2s than anything else. Usually, nothing is a 9 as possible answers. And this one is a 2-1, so I would get rid of that one, and I would get rid of that one. And I would only look up the differences between these two. It's the 2-2-1 versus the 2-2-3. If I was doing this. Plus, do you have 2 diagnosis codes or just 1 for glaucoma mild stage? The last question. B, 2 codes, and there's your rationale. There's a guideline probably attached to that. Oh, they don't mention one. Oh, it's got the use additional. When you look up your A81, you won't see it at the 00, but you will see it at A81 when you go to A81 for that type of dementia. You will see the instructions that tell you to use additional code. It'll be in red, and then that way you know you have to go get, and they'll have a list of them down there, and probably that F is down there right underneath it. So that's what's going on right there. And this one is C. We only have the 1 diagnosis code for the glaucoma mild stage. Only 1. We don't need the 2. A and B are super close, but A and D are the same answer, and they just want to know, would you ever bill one more digit past it? I guess you could. Sometimes if things are left and right and they don't have a bilateral code, you might do that. But I don't think asthma is bilateral or right and left. So this looks like a coding irregularity to me. And we never code a 9 as anything. So I would just see what the difference is between the 1 and the 2. It's probably 1, but who knows? Go see our differences. See which one it is. Kashmir, what'd she do? That's awesome, Kashmir. You have been here in these lives. How long did you watch me? And I know a lot of people watch me, but they don't speak up for a while. It takes them a while. So I know, because you've been talking for a while too, that you've been really watching a lot of stuff. So that's awesome. I'm glad. I hope I helped a little bit. I hope I made it a little less stressful for you. For so long, almost a year, Kashmir. Really? Oh my gosh. Bless your soul. Aw. Well, that is so nice. That's awesome. Congratulations, girlie. Look at you. You get to start out your 2023 without having to listen to my voice anymore. Or me yelling at my kids. Or fussing about the cats. Or saying, hold on, my mom needs me. I'm just, I'm not real professional here. Or my shaky screens and my wonky. Oh my gosh. Trying to show y'all stuff. Yay. That's awesome. Thank you guys. We got 7,000 likes and 8 shares. For Kashmir. I had AAPC course, but you have great test techniques. You are really great. Aw, Kashmir, I couldn't have done it without you. If you didn't just listen to me, I couldn't have helped you. So I'm so glad. I hate you had to listen to me for a whole freaking year. I hope I didn't confuse you more than I helped, but I have lots of people that have been here for 2 years. This one ended up being the B, not the 1. I hope I made a difference. That's all. I just want to make sure that everybody can get a great job in the healthcare field. That way you can make more income for your family. You'll have better health insurance. You'll have a way in to get your sick family members in to the doctor's offices and navigate forms and stuff for your parents and family. Being in the healthcare field in any capacity gives you a toe in where nobody else, if you're just alone and not in the healthcare field and somebody in your family gets sick, you're pretty much on the referral end of nothingness. So I think the healthcare system, for one, is really great to get into so you can have a way in. And then also it comes with great benefits, raises, stability in jobs. Just love it. So I want to better y'all's lives, which will better y'all's neighborhoods, which will better the whole planet. Congratulations, Kashmir. That's awesome. Thank you for the roses. It just says user. I don't know who that is. God is good. You can do it too. That's awesome, Kashmir. Thank you so much for giving them encouragement. Let's look at our next one. That's so great. I'm so glad she passed. I'm going to miss seeing you in my lives too. Come back when you're ready to do your CRC or CPMA. You'll probably still get updates from me about what's been on the exam in the last 45 days if you ever purchase that. So you'll just have to hang out and get my emails from time to time. Thank you for the likes. We got 8,000 likes now and 8 shares. Anybody know anything about Category 2 codes? Those are the ones that I work in all the time. You passed and you're still here, Micah? Aw. And a subscriber for what, 3 months? Or something like that? I don't know what the colors mean. You're blue, yellow, and red. Redhead too. I like my redhead. Y'all are awesome. Oh, so past and I'm still here. Aw, Jessie, y'all are awesome. Anybody know the answer to this one? I think she did get it. Who was that? Who was that? Island. Island got it with the B, new technology. New technology is not addressed in the Category 2. Don't forget to read your sentence because you probably assumed it asked you what was in Category 2, but it was a not. So you were looking for an incorrect answer. So those are rough. I hate it when you're looking for a wrong answer. Which one of these appendixes has the list of codes that are exempt from modifier 51? You didn't see the not? Yeah. I hate that. That will happen on the exam too. They'll give you a false sense of security. All your wordy questions will be, look, which one's true? Which one of these is part of this situation? And then all of a sudden they'll switch the tables on you and everything will be looking for the wrong answer. And it's so hard. They know how the human brain works so well when they're writing these questions. Which appendix has the full list of CPT codes that are modifier 51 exempt? It's not Appendix K. Yep, it's Appendix E. E is an elephant. Those CPT codes also have the circle with the slash through it, meaning they're exempt from modifier 51. They're also usually add-on codes. All right, which one of these appendixes is for a neurologist might use in a consult to look up nerve conduction codes to assign for a motor nerve infraspina something? Anybody know which appendix does this one? You got this one on your test. Which one? I just remembered it was the earliest appendix. Was it this one? I know this one's been on the exam before about the modifier 51, or are you talking about this fancy booger, the one before? I think I have this one on that document, but let me grab it while I'm here. I mean, it's 81 pages. I have no idea at this point. I'm going to start it over for 2023, and just keep the last couple of months on here, just November and just December on here, because the exam did change in October anyway. So I will be streaming this down for our January update. But let me see. Oh, who is that? LV Divine? She got it. It is Appendix J. Good job. Oh my, are they going to stop about these categories? Okay, Category 3 codes. We're looking for something that is false. So look for an incorrect answer. Are they updated, developed, archived, or reimbursed? Category 3 codes. You're looking for something that is false. What is she saying? For new extremity, numbness, tingling, burning, will the carpal tunnel EMG evaluation all the symptoms? Don't know. The doctor needs to order that. Look for similarities. We have 3 that start out with the word they. This one starts out with something totally different, so we'll get rid of that one. Are they archived, developed, or updated? Archive means something totally different from the word developed, and updated are sort of similar, if that makes any sense. Archive means you put them away. These mean they're being updated. So again, this one can be gotten rid of if you're still looking for similarities like I do. Now, knowing the difference between being updated or if codes are developed, do we ever, as coders, talk about code development, or do we talk about codes being updated? What is the normal vocabulary term that we as coders use? Think of it that way. They're always updated to us, right? And we have that list in the front of our book when they're updated quarterly, semi-annually, or they're updated yearly. Yeah. So A is the right answer. That's just how I look at this question. I still look for similarities. Thank you. We almost have 10,000 likes and we have 8 shares. Thank you guys. Y'all are awesome. And we're about to hit our subscriber goal of 32. What are we going to do when I do that? We will give away a subscriber one-on-one tutoring when we hit that. Yeah. One of the TikTok subscribers, so one of 32, whoever they are, will win a one-on-one tutoring. We'll do that. They are updated every 3 years. That's cool. Category 3 codes. All right. The use of term for followed by a diagnosis in CPT means what? Is it a procedure, a diagnosis, or none of the above? So, you know me. If you have no clue, we're looking for similarities. We got 2 that say procedure. So I'd get rid of that and I'd get rid of that. Then out of these 2, what's our difference? Must or only? We're looking for a correct answer. Yeah. The use of the term for followed by a diagnosis in a CPT means what? They must be or can only. What do you guys think on this one? Oh, we hit 10,000 likes. Thank you. B, 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 B. Everybody saying B? Can is a better vocabulary. Yeah, can only. Must be, we don't really do a lot of must be, but can we can do. Can we can do. Yep, B is it. IE means followed by one or more of these diagnoses. And they'll give you some examples when you see it. Oh boy, we got finally some CPT codes. So if we look up these, we'll see that these are split up into 2 category headers. These are, I think, new patient, right? And this is established. I think. Let's go look. 99. And I don't think these codes change for the 2023 genre. 99304. be wrong. I thought all the observations were gone too, but those aren't even gone. Yeah, okay. This is admit to the nursing facilities. These are admits, and these are established patients who have already been admitted to the nursing facilities. So first thing you got to do is clear your header. Are you admitting a patient to the nursing facility, or are they already established? Good night, Miss San. Hey, MK. I've been talking about you. I hope your ears were burning. This patient right here, we have no mention that they are new or established at all. So your default is always established. Always. Whether you're in the front of the book, back of the book, whatever, we're always going to default there. So then you just got to match up your exam was detailed, your MDM was moderate, and your history was detailed. So just got to match those suckers up. And detailed and moderate, that goes with our 09. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Easy peasy. MK, let me see, was this question on your exam? Let me see, where am I at? This one right here. This one right here. Coding the causal and effect relationship between hypertension and which one of the following conditions? Was this one on your exam? I was curious, because I know I've been looking for one like this. Cause and effect. Yep. Okay. The answer and rationale I got back was like 5,000 leagues long. It's huge, rationale. But C is the answer that they were wanting, both heart disease and kidney disease, according to the guideline. I added this to the document about what's been on the exam tonight. So I was happy to find that rationale. So that's cool. Cool. PJ had it on her exam too. Okay, good. True or false questions. Cool. Who is that? Nicole, all you got to do is go to my website, medicalcodingbyjen.com. Where am I at? Right there. And you just go to the shop. And it is updated as of the 28th. And then go to the shop. And we're going to keep hitting load more until we find it. Forget how far down it is. There it is. That's what it looks like. It's got the Medicare basics on it on the very front. So it's $25. Those proceeds go to give free tutoring out to people. And you just purchase it right there, and I'll send you an update every time I update it. And right now it's 88 pages long. The last 10 pages are from November and December, what's been on the exam. 84 pages. Oh my gosh. But January's edition I'll trim down, and I'll only put the last 2 months on it, and we'll start a new year as we go. You're welcome. You pick kidney disease? True or false on this one? Telephone, internet communication, these codes, what are they asking us? Code appropriate, use decision to accept transfer of care cannot be made until the initial interprofessional telephone or internet consultation. When a sole purpose of a telephone or internet communication is to arrange a transfer of a face-to-face services. An internet consultation is not reported. Think about it. One doctor calls another doctor, says, you need to take over care of this patient. This doctor says, okay. Does that get billed a consultation code? How much of a difference will the test be the next year? We have no idea, hon. I am no fortune teller. I wish I knew. Historically, it doesn't seem to change AAPC's version until April, much of anything at all. But they are consistently telling us it changes as of January 1st. Day after tomorrow, it changes. We won't know until somebody volunteers and becomes the sacrificial lamb and goes in and takes the exam. Who knows what has been on the exam in the last 45 days? Maybe has that document and has gone through it. And they can say nothing on that document was on that exam, or they're going to say it was step by step. What they said was on that exam was on mine. The questions, are written differently or was worded differently. We won't have any idea. I think the first person that I have that's fixing to take it next year is January 17th. I could be wrong. Could do a poll on that. But we won't know. I have no idea. I don't work for AAPC. I'm just a guest educator for them. I help their teachers. I could get licensed to be a teacher, but at the fees I already paid them $5,000 for their study material this year. And then the AMA, CPT, they get $1,600 for franchise fees. And then the websites and stuff, oh my gosh. If I become an instructor with AAPC, it's going to be another $3,000 a year on top of it. But I don't like their teaching material, so I wouldn't want to use their course. So there's not really much in it for me besides me paying them another $3,000. I don't know. But anyway, I still got a full-time job, so I'm not going to deal with that right now. All right. That is true. Because we are not going to bill that as a consult. Wait till the patient actually comes in, gets seen by that doctor, and that doctor actually really does accept the patient and take over care. E&N observations. These codes will be deleting as of 2 days from now. So probably don't really need to go over this question, but there are some observation codes that did get left behind, which is the combo codes that do admit and discharge all in the same day. Those are staying. So anyway, observation E&M codes are used when what? For looking for similarities, we got admitted and admitted. Oh, look at the tiny dino. He is so cute. So cute. Who did that? Netta did. Thank you, Netta. That's awesome. She got a glitter badge. You're welcome, Go-Kart. You're so real and honest, Jen. I appreciate it. Aw. No worries, Panic. I'm an open book. I ain't got nothing to hide. MK Dreamin'. I think so. That's what I heard. What did I say? Our they gonna change the E&M codes? Yes, ma'am. You're gonna take yours in March. MK24. Coder says nothing is gonna change quickly. I'll be praying. We're all gonna be praying. Thank you for is that ice cream or a microphone? Those are cute, whatever they are. Oh, that was sunshine. Hey, Wayne. Good to see you. This one is D. Patient is placed in a designated observation status. All we care about on anything with observation is just status. They could be in the ER, they could be in a waiting room, but if we're still observing them, it doesn't matter. Their status matters, not their physical location. They write that question 15,000 different ways, but if you ever say observation and one of your answers has the word status in it, status is your answer. They just rewrite that question a ton of times. Documentation on history, use of drugs goes where? Where do we put it? Oh yeah, I've started making a mess out of them 2023 books. Yep, I sure have. I have some YouTube videos that go code by code already up for the YouTube subscribers who pay a monthly fee, whatever. They get to go see. It's cheaper than the TikTok one. They get to see me update the 2023 book live on YouTube videos and the replays. So those are already being posted. Where do we put this? It is under social history. B. Good job. My Travie, he's so loud. Tissue transplanted from one part of an individual's body to another is called what? What do I tell you guys? I tell you this little trick all the time. If you're the driver in the car, then it's autograph. It's allograft. The two sticks remind me of somebody walking over somebody else's body part and putting it into you. That's a donor. Donor. I have to associate or see something to be able to relate it. So that is a donor with the two sticks. If you're in the driver's seat, then it's your body part. Yep. Xeno is synthetic or animal. A pig's heart valve, or we grew it on a 3D printer or something like that. Yeah. Super cool. What else do I have? Oh, Lord. When malignant lesions are excised with a Z-plasty. Ooh, I know where that is. Where are Z-plasties? Where are Z-plasties? We've got one that's in the 13s. We got two of them listed as 16s. And then we have two of them listed as 14s. This is singular, a malignant lesion. If we were to code anything like this, it would have to be dual. So I'd get rid of that because that's dual. 13s are not malignant. Get rid of that. 16s are malignant. 14s are malignant. But which ones are Z-plasties? Gray got it right. It is A. Also, what happens with this code in any one of those ranges. If we code anything in the 14, I'm going to say that wrong, 14,000 range right here to the 61, the unique thing is that you only code that code by itself. It doesn't get combined with anything else. If you ever code anything that is a 14, it does the excision, it does the graft, it does the flaps, it does everything, all in one code. Don't ever pick an answer that's going to have a 14 with anything else on the CPC exam, ever. I've never seen it happen in any of their practice exam questions or anything else. If you ever see a code start out with the 14, that code is by itself. It includes everything. Super handy to know. And they give it lots of different words. It's also called, what else? Boy, they got all kinds of names for it. Yep. It's also called, if you're in the 2022 book, it's right down here on page 109. It's also called a W-plasty, a V or a Y-plasty, a rotation flap, a randomized island flap, an adjacent flap. Has tons of names in it, but they don't start coding it until it's over here on the second page. So I moved all those words over here, and then I moved that guideline too that says it includes excision, includes excision, includes excision, so that I know that I don't add an excision with it, because that was always one of their favorite questions during the exam, was to take that 14 and add an excision to it from somewhere else, because that CPT code description doesn't say anything about an excision. But if you read these guidelines over here that are not on the same page as the codes, you'd know it includes excision. So anyway, 14s by themselves. All right, 19s. We're dealing with breast tissue here, as always. So the difference is usually this 20 and 25. The 20 is removing something. The 25 means we're either going in because we have a wire marker, or we're leaving behind some marker like a blue dye or something like that. There's been a pre-op surgery before us. Something else has gone on. And whatever's going on is going to leave marks, so that the chemotherapy or radiation treatment that this patient's going to have will have areas that are marked by a wire or by blue dye that they can come back and eradicate that with radiation. This one is just removal of everything. So when you're looking for the differences between these two codes, look for anything that says anything about a wire, a previous surgery, leaving behind any seeds or markers. If none of those words are in there, you always know your answer is the 20. This is a common one that's on medical coding exams, because the CPT code descriptor on these is written really funky and doesn't explain them very well at all. You don't see the guideline about the exclusion? About that it includes the excision. Codes 14000 and 14002 are used for excision, including lesion, and repair of adjacent tissue and rearrangement. What, my Travikins? What do you want, my
I
love?
found some really good Thanksgiving turkey in the fridge.
Isn't the turkey the best? Uncle David sent that from
Oh,
Honey
it was
Baked
so
Ham
good.
place.
Really full.
I thought you ate the bacon sandwich that Grandma got you.
I ate that too. I feel like I can't breathe.
Okay, but you're interrupting my life, my love. We're talking about adjacent tissue flaps right now.
Okay.
I'll be out in just a minute. You're supposed to be in your room.
Well, I'm watching TV.
You're not allowed to have control of the TV. You can't make good TV show decisions. You better not be watching Community or any of those dramas. I already had a movie on. You put that movie on. He's into watching soap operas. Have y'all ever heard of such a thing? Get off of it. Go. Okay.
And they're called romantic Korean dramas.
I don't care. You're not watching romantic dramas, soap operas at age 14. You got a whole life to live. You need to be a kid. Go have an adventure. Go watch somebody swashbuckling and having adventures. Interpersonal relationships are nothing you need to be dealing with right now. High school's going to be bad enough for you as it is, my child. God, who wants to watch that at that age? I have no idea. My Travis is one of a kind. He loves watching soap operas. The more gossipy people are, he loves it. Just loves to be all up in it. But yep. You do not code direct closures or rearrangements or things like that under there. Undermining alone, adjacent tissue and closures. It's just all in there all together. I promise if you write this, you will not get an answer wrong. It includes the excision. Let's see. Skin grafts, closures. Yeah. Just write that down beside each one, and then it's only divided by different body parts is all. That's all. I hope I sort of answered your question anyway. You took your third test today and failed. Gonna give up, but you make me. Aw, Samantha. Don't give up, hon. It's not you. It's the exam. And they use Psychomediast to write those questions on purpose to make you be misled, so you will answer them incorrectly. That's why you got to take the human nature right out of these codes. Whatever you need, Sam, you can let me know. You can join in on the Friday lessons. I have a Friday club meeting thingy that we do every Friday for repeat exam takers. My next one is going to be on, is it January? When is it? 6th? Is that it? January 6th? No? Yeah, because we did today. We already did today. So January 6th. If you are on my website, I can automatically throw you in on these. I wonder what your name would be here. Sam, what did you say? Samantha Moats. Let's see if she's here. See if I can find her. Okay, I have just a plain Samantha, a Samantha Justice, a Samantha R, and a Samantha Stowey, a Bruggery O'Brien, a Samantha 46, Samantha Christy Bell. Any of those you at all? that I could add into my classes on Fridays, I can sign you up, hun. That way you don't have to pay. Samantha Motes, I wonder which one she's under. If you have an account on my website, you would have come up and you would have put, I wonder if you're just this. Who is that? I don't know who that is. I don't know if you put your last name in there or not. Message me on my website at medicalcodingbyjen.com. I'll put you in on those classes for free so that you don't have to pay the $5 for them. Even if you can't attend, you can watch the replays on Zoom for a week before I give them to my YouTube subscribers. These classes are really cool. I find interesting guideline related questions to go over, stuff that would make a difference if you saw it beforehand, so that when you do take another repeat exam, you will have been exposed to more questions. So let me know. You're going to have to go onto my website and message me here so I can find you, because I don't know which Samantha you are on my website. So hopefully log on. Anybody else who wants to book it, make sure you have already failed your certification exam, please, before you book this class, because they're only $5, but they are for the people that have repeatedly failed their class and they just need specialized questions that will push them to look for answers without reading the questions. I will force y'all to do that during this class so that y'all stay out of the propaganda of the questions and y'all get exposed to some guideline stuff that will also need to be in your head while you're just looking at the answers. But those are on Fridays. They're $5 each, but I don't want Samantha to give up, and I will put her in. I just need you to message me there so I can figure out which Samantha you are on my website. All right. If a bone biopsy is performed in conjunction with this plasty repair procedure, is it separately coded? True or false? Guideline question. You got a 67? So close. What, 2 questions? Maybe even 3 away? Oh my gosh. You're so close. Yes, join in on our Friday classes. Even if you can't attend at 8:30 in the morning, Arizona time zone, the replays on Zoom will be so worth it. What you're going to do is log on to Zoom, put in the password. You'll be able to see the replay. You're going to stop the video when I show the answers. You're going to go to your books, just like you were taking the exam. You're going to look up those codes. You're going to think about what guidelines you need to know in your head, what your do not say, what you should be thinking about in that area from listening to my lives before, and see if you can't pick out the answer before I reveal the question, or at least get it down to 50-50. Then when I reveal the question, I'll obviously tell you how or what's going on in my head, how to get it down to 50-50, or pick the answer without even looking at the question. See if you can get things right, and pause the screen when you see the question. Look for your key terms through the question without reading the question, and see if you come to the answers just like I do. That process, doing it over and over again every Friday with me, will help out a whole bunch. Pausing and doing my videos like that will make a huge difference. Just listening to them and watching me do the exercises is half the battle. Y'all need to do them without me, is the other half of the battle. So when you're watching any of my replays at all, even the free ones, please pause the video as soon as you see answers. Go look up the codes. Go drag out those books. You'll practice getting to the codes. You'll practice looking for what I instruct you to look for, and it will make a difference. Be sure and do that, guys. because I make it look way too easy. Thank you for the likes. We got 14,000 likes and 11 shares. Y'all are awesome. Thank you so much. This one is false. We would not separately code anything. A lot of times, AAPC wants to know, do you know to code everything all in one code? That's the codes that they pick on all the time, because most people want to overcode and say, yes, it'll be 2 codes. So if it's nothing else, if it's a difference between 2 codes or 1 code is the answer, usually, a lot of times, the answer is just 1 code. Let's see what else we got. Orthopedic surgeon attempts to reduce a fracture. Reduce is the same thing as manipulate, same thing as reduction. Know your AKA terms, but was unsuccessful. Code for with manipulation should be assigned for this procedure. True or false? I liked the class this morning too. I hope you got the email with the password and log on so you can look at it again. It was a good class, wasn't it? She passed first time. Congratulations, Jessie. Of course you get to get this is an open book exam. You get to use your CPT book, all your notes you've written in it, and your hip picks and your ICD-10. If you are testing within the United States, then you can. If you are over in Indonesia, Dubai, or another country, you cannot use your own books. The testing site facility will provide books for you that are completely blank, and you are to use those. So really going through my videos and pausing all of them and do them independently without books, notes, if you're out of the country, would be important. They apparently had some cheating scandal that was big time, and they won't allow it anymore for some reason. Of course, Heather, you can book a month in advance, of course, if you want to. Just keep in mind, I opened it up for like every Friday, but if there's a holiday, like Christmas Day is on Friday and it's there, you know I ain't going to be there, so think about that. I don't think we got anything really coming up worth a darn. I was streaming live on Christmas Day here for you guys, literally, but I might not get up at 8:30 in the morning to do it if it's Christmas Day, but I can't think of any holidays. We got Labor Day. There's going to be some days in March when the boys are out of school. It's the second week in March that I need to block out, and we'll do a mini little vacation. Last year we went to Universal Studios for you guys that were here. We went to Hollywood that week. So the second week in March, I'll probably need to take those down. But other than that, I don't go anywhere. I'm here for you guys. Is this one true or false? Thanks, MK. You ought to. I know you've spent so much money, MK. Aw, thank you for the referrals, Nicole. I hope I can help them out. This one is true. We would bill for the attempted manipulation. Now, on the flip side, if you draw a patient's blood for a glucose screening and the lab comes back, glucose screening was inadequate for testing, Do we bill for that glucose or bill for the raw? I guess is what the question I've seen before. If we would not bill for the redraw. We would just go redraw it and still bill the original poke that we did for that glucose, but we don't do the redo. We don't bill for that, just so you know. There's always exceptions to the rule, always. Pulmonologist, diagnostic bronchoscope with biopsy. What is that? Which one would that be? I have not made a formal course. I would have to quit my job if I was going to do that, because I still work a 40-hour week job as a medical auditor. I got 3 sons and my mother. 3 kitty cats. No, I have 4 kitty cats now. Oh my God. Yeah, so no, I'd have to quit my job if I was going to actually make my own course. And I don't know how long it would take me. I'm too much of an auditor to make a course because I would never be happy with it. Oh my God, I couldn't even contemplate that. But no, and I don't like charging people for education. It's really hard for me. That's why I like to teach here for free, 2 hours, 3 days a week. I post the replays on YouTube. I have the study group. I answer emails and messages and reply back to everybody for free without attaching a monetary amount to every little question and things. I have a hard time charging to teach. It just seems like a concept that shouldn't be. I don't know. That's rough. I like to teach for free. This one is our trans bronchial lung scope biopsy. Because of our attachments were used, and we've got lung here with broncho, that's why we're trans. That's a rough question. I don't think anything like that would be on AAPC's CPC exam. Okay, when a bronchoscope is under fluoroscope guidance, I think I got this from CCS. How are codes assigned to CPT coding guidelines? Bronchoscope with fluoroscope, isn't that included? Fluoroscope guidance, fluoroscope, nothing, or individual hospital. I'd probably get rid of that individual hospital, whatever that is. The 3 fluoroscopes. Code is assigned as a secondary. Code is assigned as primary. Fluoroscope is included. Oh, look, I did see it. I think it is included. Don't you think that it's included? I think it's included. I think guidance is included. Yeah. Yep. And you see how I'm not reading every word for word of the question? I'm picking out a word, and then I'm also picking out a word here. What is AAPC's favorite answer? Because this one did come from them. CRC. Yep, their favorite answer is all of the above or none of the above. That holds true for a lot of their questions. Maybe 1 to 2% of the time it's not, but a lot of times it is. Aorta is included in all of the following. We've got endovascular, any diagnostic procedures and angiographies. Yep. Coding an arterial catheterization. Is it selective, non-selective, manipulative, or radical? I think I've used this question before. But I'm still only taking one word from each answer You should know it just off of arterial catheterization. If you can't, there's an index in the back of the CPT book that is alphabetical. You can go look up arterial catheterization. It'll lead you to some CPT codes. The guideline will be right there. And you can see if you're selective, non-selective, manipulative, or radical. What do you guys think? I did the heartbeat sound. It is not C. Let's try that again. Which one would it be? If the catheter is manipulated from the insertion of the aorta and then out into another artery, maybe that'll give you more information. Is that selective, non-selective, or radical? And if I'm looking for similarities, two answers have the same answers in them, just one little tiny difference is probably what they're hinting at. Yes, A is correct. Good job. A is correct. Don't forget to look for those similarities. Sometimes it helps. Battery. Battery is always what? In cardiology. What is that called? What's your AKA word for that? Yeah, the last one was hard. You need to, especially if you got to look it up in the index in the back of the book and then get to a CPT code, then find the guideline. It is hard. But you can get yourself down to a 50-50 shot if you think about looking for those similarities. Look for two answers that have the same wording in it. They all have catheterization, so you can't use that, but the selective was in two. So get you down to that and then toss a coin. Don't stay too long. Don't worry about it. Just pick one or the other. Less words means more, so there's less words here. There's more words here. They're always trying to push you to more words. I'd pick less words if I had no clue. It's just what I'd do. This one. Battery means generator. Yep. If you don't know that, put that on the very first page of your CPT book of cardiology section. Up at the top, write battery equals generator. Yep. Whew. What time is it? Oh, I've gone over. Okay, we're going to do this question and we'll be done for the night, okay, guys? Because I've almost done 3 hours and I have company coming over tomorrow and I got to clean this nasty house. I got to wash some blankets so people have a place to sleep. We're going to finish up our Christmas. We got Christmas presents underneath the tree that we haven't even unwrapped. I've got 2 people coming over to get their Christmas presents and we'll shoot off some fireworks, but I got a lot of housework to get done, so I almost didn't come on tonight and do a live. I was like, I got to do so much, but no, I could not do it, so I came on. Now I'm going to go sweep floors. Dishes are done, laundry's done. I just got to clean the bathroom and vacuum the rugs, so it won't be too bad. But I do have to do that. Thank you, Piper, for all the shares. Thank you, Jeep. Thanks, MK. Y'all give me a lot of joy. I love being useful. These are all in a row. You should know your one-word differences between these codes. Hopefully you did not read any of this yet. What is your one-word differences in these? Then you just skim the bottom, paying closer attention to your thing. What are they asking you to code? Because sometimes it's different than you assume. You're welcome, Nicole. You don't have your book. Sometimes, if it's 3 in a row like this or 4 in a row, usually it's the one in the middle, either the 71 or 72. But this is a digital. This is where the doctor went in and did the exam, right? And then the patient was given 3 card samples to take home. That'll be a different one. What are we reporting for the occult blood sampling today that was done by the doctor? The digital one. And it's usually a 2 sample or a 1 sample card. Used to be 1 sample back in the day. I haven't seen one done in forever, so I don't know. Used to be just 1 card, but I bet they use 2 in the office now. But usually these codes start out really small and then they get more developed and bigger samples towards the end. So I would probably get rid of the last one at least. How are y'all getting this wrong? You did this on the test and it was horrible. Yeah, I think you got the digital wrong with me too last week during tutoring or something, or at some point. We've done so much tutoring in this year. 822 in this year. 822. I'm so happy Kashmir passed. That's some good news. 822 70. So, digital rectal examination. Digital. Singular or plural? It's singular. This one means one. This one means by other sources. They didn't go into the tail end to get that. The 2 is the 3 samples that the patient took home. And then the 4 is the 3 samples that the patient took home. That 3 samples right there. What is this one? Other than neo. And that's hemoglobin. Fecal, yeah. This is the 3 home kit. This is other sources too. This one's other. This is the fecal. This one's fecal. So this digital exam is always the 70. And then the ones that they take home is the 72. No, it isn't. The ones that they take home is the is the 4. Sorry. God, I hate these codes. Okay. That's the 3 home kit right there. And then this one is the digital. These 2 others aren't collected with fecal matter. Digital, yeah, the doctor sticks their finger in the bottom, scoops it out, and puts it on the card in the office. Digital means finger. Bend over and cough. Or during your pap smear, and oh God, they don't even tell you it's coming. It's the awfulest thing. Stop that. Where are you going now? One of those things. Oh my gosh. Isn't that right? I mean, so yes, no patient touchy. No patient care, but you're still being helpful. So yeah. Yeah, the poor medical assistants in the doctor's offices. I don't know how they do it with the fingernail clippings or the ear canal washing out or the mole or hair removal stuff. Oh my gosh, I don't know how they do it. The poor medical assistants and the CNAs in the nursing homes or in the hospitals. I don't know how they do it. They do not get paid enough for what they do. They do not, in by any way, shape, or form. They are angels, for sure. We will stop here. And I've got how many more? I don't know how many more I got. How many more do I got? Oh, God. I got 10 more. But I'll probably be back on Sunday to do some more. I know tomorrow I'll be just too busy. And we're going to make some meatballs and sausages and stuff. Drunk weenies. Shoot off some fireworks. And I'll be cleaning the house like a mad woman, trying to get up all the cat hair. And I'll be back Sunday evening. We'll do another impromptu live for something or another. And then Monday, I'll be back for the routine class for free on TikTok. And Wednesday and Friday, y'all just have to bear with me. Next week, my kids are home with me all week because school is out for another week in their school district. So they'll be home. So I'll be extra scatterbrained. Ooh, there's our next question for Sunday night. Thank you guys. Happy New Year. Sunday, it'll probably just be impromptu. It'll probably be book prep on YouTube. Anybody can watch it live. It's just the replay that I put on and I save that for the YouTube paid subscribers get to watch it. I'll be back Sunday to do some book prep in the evening because I'm working real hard on this 2023 book to get it all noted and outlined and all that stuff and get all my notes transferred and update them and make them better than even last year. So that's what I'll be doing on Sunday evening after things calm down. And if you happen to catch me on YouTube, you can watch me do it live there. I don't know what time go kart, hun. I have no idea. Probably around 7-ish my time. 8-ish. Somewhere around there. Happy New Year, guys. 2023 is going to be everybody's year. Y'all are all going to get certified. And all y'all that already got your certification, y'all are going to get your second certification. And bump up those resumes. Y'all be careful. New Year's. Be very, very careful out there. I'm staying home. We're just going to have everybody come here and they can party here all they want. But y'all please be careful. Thank you, Jen. Good job on answering that question. Samantha, I hope you pass too. I hope you can manage to get another exam attempt. I really do. And please hang in there. And let's do those repeat lives. Don't forget to message me on my website because I want to send you today's repeat of the workshop that you didn't get to see today. It's not really a workshop, it's the class. So my brain is fried right now. Samantha and Jen, y'all remind me to send y'all today's repeat of the class that y'all missed today so that y'all can see it. It'll be a Zoom log on and a password that's only going to be good for 1 week. It'll be deleted off of Zoom next Friday and put on YouTube for YouTube subscribers then. But y'all can watch it for a week. It's got some really cool questions on it. Anyway, I'm going to get off here and go rest my brain and go mop some floors. Happy New Year, guys. Love y'all. See you on Sunday.